and go live.
All right.
Alright. Good Sunday morning.
Good morning.
We're joined by Kostya, who's unfortunately locked down in Sydney.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
it's
fun
fortunate.
times.
It's fortunate for everyone in the rural areas. We can actually enjoy the area, but unlucky for you because you're trapped in your four walls.
Uh, there's worse things.
That's worse things. So, I would like to say well done on your new qualification because
Thank you.
that was a lot of work in a short period of time.
Yeah, bit of a surprise, but that's the thing. I think I was enjoying the TryHackMe Labs quite a bit. I was going to do the Security Plus one first, but I thought I was like 70% of the way there. So I decided to do the Pen Test Plus instead, which, yeah, kind of worked out.
Yeah. So I've had a few questions, and you're probably in the same boat with me. Who've got kids who've worked and studied at the same time.
Yeah.
What what's your tip to find time?
Have the wife take care of the kids. Um, that seriously, that will give you probably plenty of time if you can manage it. But yeah, I guess whenever you do have a bit of free time. And I found the other thing that worked for me is these days, you can learn through different varieties, whether it's on the computer, whether it's reading a book, watching a video, even listening. Um, so just, doing chores around the house, I'd have the video going through LinkedIn Learning, or the other one was the Udemy course by Dion Training. That was quite good actually for Pentest Plus.
I know there's also a lot of good videos. So I do the same with if I'm researching a particular method how to do something. I set up a playlist on YouTube
Yeah, yeah,
and
definitely.
do the dishes, clean the house, run around, and just have it playing in the background.
Yeah, yeah.
But
And like sometimes you may not be able to fully focus on it, but you do still end up picking up a lot of the stuff. And that's the thing. Sometimes I just hit replay as soon as it's over, just to nail it in. But one of the things I'd say for the Pen Test Plus, especially, is you do need that lab time. And yeah, I definitely would recommend the Try Hack Me beginner's path and the pen test path. Because I think without sort of getting in there and using the tools, breaking some things, yeah, you just won't have that experience of, to get through some of the sections.
yeah, fair enough. So today I chose the lab,
Yeah,
which is Jurassic Park. Have you had any experience or any knowledge on
I mean,
this
I've,
particular
I,
lab?
I've watched the movies, and funnily enough, I actually did this challenge as part of one of the interviews I was doing. They had a challenge where it was sort of almost like half trivia, half I'm guessing, you know, are you able to do research type questions? And one of
Yeah.
them was, what was Dennis's password in the movie? Um, and I doubt it's the same one as the one in here, but because they never quite show what the password is in the movie, so you have
No.
to sort of go outside that source and find it yourself.
What password did you find?
It's Mr. Good Bites, Mr. Good Bites, I think. Pretty sure that's what it was.
One of the other ones I've seen is I hate dinosaurs.
No, well, yeah, I don't know about that one. That's the thing. It might be for this lab. In fact, if I were to try it right now, I'd say that I hate dinosaurs is the one for here.
Yeah.
But officially, I think it's in the book, in the official books. Mr. Goodbites is the password that he actually uses when he waggles his finger and goes nat nat nat.
Nah. Didn't say the magic word.
Yeah, yeah.
So, um, this one, if the sound's not working in the background when we visit the website, please let me know because they state, and a lot of the reviews all say this: you're going to want to turn up your volume.
Okay.
So, let me just make.
Hmm.
Let me just put. You're allowed to hear my sounds. And there's any issues with that, let me know. Oop, get that off the stream. But I'll let you kick it off, Kostya.
Oh, great. Great.
I've got it all started.
Alright. Okay, there's a little bit of delay, but that's alright. Okay, so we've got the machine going.
I opened up another tab just to make things a bit...
Okay. Well, I guess this is where I like using the Kali box, but
I looked into that. You do have to make sure you use OpenVPN, and it's something I wasn't aware of. But depending on your ISP, if you get into pen testing from home, let them know.
Yeah, I heard that. I should actually have a chat with my guys.
Yeah, because they will block. Or disconnect your internet if certain attacks are seen through your IP address. So
yeah, I've heard that. All right, so I guess we're just going to start off with a basic scan. Let's see what it picks up. Let's see. Oh, maybe I should have set it on faster scan, but it shouldn't take long, I imagine.
While it's doing that, I'm just going to monitor it from there. Let's right, that came back quick, but let's have a look at their website, because this is a website hack.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So port 80 is open. Oh. Turn. All right. That's fairly cheap, isn't it? You got a spare 100k lying around?
Look, no.
No?
No.
Check your other suit pocket.
Look, I don't fit my suit anymore. Leave me alone.
That's the dangers of these lockdowns. I don't think I'll fit into my suit. Alright, alright, what have we got? So, let me just jump back. Where was the... Delayed. I'm just trying to have a look. What have we got? We got port 22. So we've got an SSH possible connection that we're going to establish. We got TCP 80 open. That's it with a quick scan. Okay. So knowing how these labs work, I'm guessing we're going to find, SSH credentials somewhere around here.
I'm assuming.
So let's have a look. We've got basic. So we've got ID there. 3. It doesn't like my 2. And well, I guess the very first thing is let's try a couple of these. No results found. So what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe there won't be anything. Okay, there is something.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, looking at the description of the lab, we are meant to use SQLs, and they're trying to block us from using some of these.
Yeah.
Now, there's nowhere that I saw on the website to enter in anything, so I think we might try with the URL. Let's see what happens. So we insert the... Oh, there we go.
We didn't say the magic word.
No. So this is what must be happening, where, as we saw with when we went to number 5, the admin is blocking these characters. Interestingly enough, username, but not password. So that's something to keep in mind. I guess the next question would be to see if we could still exploit it in some way. Now, one of the things I do like having around is a couple of these cheat sheets where you've got SQL commands, and there's quite a few resources out there. But if you go for the Portswigger, or I don't know, can I link? Where's your Twitch? There's a quite a handy one.
Put it in this webpage. If you put it in Twitch, you might get blocked.
Oh, that's true.
But I can then do this.
So this one is. Oh yeah, you're just gonna. Yeah.
I'm allowed to post, but I don't want your OnlyFans or.
Damn, are you sure? It's cheap. Anyway, this one might be a bit over the top because it is quite detailed, but it's a good resource to sort of see how to structure their SQL queries. Because like, I'll happily admit, not my weakest point, but I do need to reference back.
Hey, CJ.
Quite often to this. So what we could do? Oh, interesting.
I'll put that there to give it a go while you're yakking and not noticing. Yeah, sometimes if you put the field that you want, it will just go. Here it is.
Let's try something. What can we try? So we go union, select one, for example. Let's just see what happens. The use selects may have different number of columns. So A, we already know we can perform an SQL injection through this, I think. And B, we can actually derive the number of columns in the table, sort of via, brute forcing it, until, we get to the right number.
I'm going to move this cheat sheet over to my other window, so I can have a bit of a look at that as well. So one of the suggestions on the cheat sheet, it's got username admin. So rather than 5, why don't we change that to admin? After the equal. Just see what it says. You there? Can you hear me? Hang on for 2 seconds.
I can hear you. Yeah. You can't
hear me?
I can hear you now. Can talk again, Kostya?
Yep, testing.
CJ, can you hear him now?
We have no mic on me. Oh, that's a shame. And here I was being all witty.
I know.
Let me cover. Like I was saying, this group by command lets you sort of, instead of manually trying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until you get the right one, we can sort of speed it up by entering the whole lot of them, and we can see that because 6 doesn't exist, it means there's 5 columns in there. So what we can, there's a couple of things we can do from here, and I haven't actually even looked at what the TryHackMe thing is asking of us, but I imagine so I'm just thinking, select 3, 4, 5. Okay. So here, what we've done is try to input our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into this page, and what we're seeing is the 2 comes up here, I'm guessing the 3 is meant to be the $3. 5 is being entered here, and 4 is there. It doesn't seem to be 1 anywhere.
Look, I'll tell you what. You've sold me. I'll buy 2 packages for $3.
Yeah, to Jurassic Park, yeah. That comes with a free dinosaur meal.
What meal for the dinosaur or?
Well, not for you, for sure. What do you think? $3 you're getting a meal. So there's one of the things again I've got to keep around is these commands. This will show us what the database name is. So there we can see that it's park, and I think that was the very first question from. Where is it? Oh, I think, have you got it on the other screen?
No, other tab. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
So give me 2 seconds. What's up, mate?
Can I play my Switch?
If mum, whatever mum says, you can do. Sorry, it was the appropriate time to ask me if you could play his Switch. So
I've been thinking about getting that, but yeah.
There we go.
You started a streak.
Woohoo! Going for 6.
All right. So actually, we already answered number 2.
Yeah.
So that's 5.
5.
All right. System version. Again, I'll need to look up what the command is, but most likely it's something like version. In fact, if I.
I'm 2. You need the points. Yeah, I'll highlight.
Yeah.
So we need the numbers on the dot. I think we got. There we are.
That doesn't. Hang on. Let me. I think. Because it was asking for 2.2 with a space. So put a space there.
Yeah.
And now try that. Yeah.
There we are.
There we go.
We're on a roll.
All right. What is Dennis's password? Actually, that's another good point. I did forget to mention. When we found that page, something to always keep track of. Let me get rid of this. Boop. I mean, there's our bit of detail you should always keep in mind. Keep it written on a notepad or documented, I guess, if you're pen testing. We've got a name.
Yeah.
So Dennis.
The best thing for documentation I've seen is screenshot. So just hit print screen button. Open it. I open it in editor, and it will open up somewhere on my screen.
Yeah. So that's something to keep in mind. Obviously, especially with that, the fact that we're meant to find the password, kind of cluing us in that we'll most likely have to use that name as the username, especially if they're not letting us retrieve it.
No, I reckon go to your previous command.
Yeah.
In there, and we'll just put one of those characters. No.
Yeah. No, yeah. So what he's done is just blacklisted a couple of these characters and phrases.
Yeah.
Sort of a.
Well, let's go equals Dennis.
Go for it. Do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
All right. Hands off. you do it.
I spelt that right, yeah?
I think it's a double N.
Unknown column.
It
was worth a go, right?
This is where I think we've got to find out more about the what's in the database now.
Yep.
And this is again where I constantly have to reference back. If you, where's that cheat sheet?
I'll put that up here.
Yeah. Let me have a look. So what we're doing is we want to find database structure in SQL Server.
Up the very top, there was something about username and password too.
Well, what I want to do is, get what tables we're using, what the, what are the table names, And then from there, I'm thinking we can use this to actually get, well, let's see what the table name is first. So we've got, okay. Just where, hang on, I think I've lost. Where's, oh, do you have to alt tab it? Back to the, there we go. Okay, so if we go, it doesn't matter which one. Let's go back to here. Now I think what we want to do, you know what, I'm just going to pull that cheat sheet up on my second screen, just so I have it side by side. So we want to have union select, we potentially want the table name. Now we need to do it from, and again from that cheat sheet it would be information. Can I paste straight into this? Probably not.
Yes.
No. Alright, let's see how good my typing is. Information schema dot tables. And table schema now that's actually interesting because we can't use a single bracket, because usually you'd put the name, which we know is park, in single quotes, but we can't do that. It's going to block it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it? Let me just have a quick try and see if any... No. Yeah. Alright, so... What can we do? What can we do? We could just reference... database... Do that again. No.
It doesn't like the percent and right at the very front. Go to the right at the very front of that statement.
Oh, have I got something in front of there, have I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we had one there. So maybe the park thing would have worked. Alright, well, let's have a look what I've done wrong. Union select one, table name.
Alarm is piped in with 5 union or select 1 database brackets 345. Yeah, we did that earlier.
From info, well, for one, learn how to spell.
No, I believe in not spelling English. I spell some form of Australian.
Well, I'm having issues because it's like a delay as well between what I'm entering and what's coming up. Maybe I should have copy pasted it.
If you put it in the Twitch, I can copy it.
Let me see if I can. What am I doing wrong here?
Yeah, I'm just opening the cheat sheet up on one of the windows.
Yeah, information underscore ski. I think I've got all that right. Table underscore name. From information. Let's see if database.
You need a speech bracket, not speech, apostrophe. That's what it's thinking about.
Which we can't use, can we?
Maybe go table schema equals the park again. Try that.
Yeah, but that's gonna come up with that. Yeah, it's picking up. Alright.
Just go equals park.
Oh, you reckon without the thing? Yeah, do you want to just edit it? I'm just trying to make sure I typed that in correctly.
Didn't like that. We could also try, there's a command select. So from right at the very top of that page, it's like the third, the line comment sample SQL injection attack. So,
Oh, from that cheat sheet?
yeah.
Thing is, I'm so certain I've got this right that I'm actually annoyed that it's not working. Oh, you know what I've forgot. Ugh, this is why you can be so careful. I didn't say where. Select from where. Select from where. Ugh, there it is. Okay, that's fine.
Change where to user.
No, hang on. Let me try database. So now, beautiful. Right. We finally got there. So what that's doing is it's telling us the name of the table.
Is users.
Is users, yeah.
I would have guessed that.
That's the thing. We probably could have, and if I had to guess, the next thing we need to do is find a column called, passwords, most likely, right? But one of the things is we can't. I don't like assuming things. Again, it's better to know how to get that information.
Yeah.
And the other thing I'd say is, one of the things we could have easily done, well, maybe, is go use SQL map in Kali.
Yep.
And that probably would have pulled out a lot of info. But one of the things is, again, you kind of need to know how to do this yourself, especially if you're going to try for, some of the harder certifications. They don't allow the use of SQL map.
Yeah. You can't use the apostrophes at all.
Where? Here?
No.
Or you mean?
Yeah.
Really?
Remember, because we get the dentist, you didn't say the magic word every time we do it?
Yeah.
And someone in the chat's just saying that it should be table schema equals park with the... I know it looks cool, Dennis waving his finger, but...
Yeah, that's the thing. We can't do the quotes park because they'll get rejected.
Yeah.
All right. So theoretically, we now know the name of the table. We just need to extract the columns. Very similar. In fact, if you go to that cheat sheet, it's the next line down, getting the column names. So select table name, column name from where table name is equals to table name. So again, we just need to change a couple of things here. Let's go column name 345 from. I think this part stays the same. Information schema dot. No, hang on. Information.
No, because that'll be from.
Need columns.
But wouldn't the information schema now be? Oh no, from where? From users.
Where? Well, now it's table name. I think table name. This could be interesting. Do we have to? Well, let's try without the quotes.
No, S on the end.
Oh, it was the users, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so frustrating not being able to see that whole path in Where?
So CJ is suggesting that we.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, sorry. We didn't actually say. Let's go see the columns. I think we still need where table.schema equals database, and then and I think and we can get rid of the second where table schema equals database. So we're retrieving it from the database, and table name is users.
Unknown table scheme in where?
Let's see this whole thing. Union select. One column name 345 from information schema columns. Is it columns or should be column?
I don't think the %20 should be there.
That's just the space, but where table. So in fact, one of the things I would say if you're planning to sit the pen test exam is to know the encoding, the URL encoding, because quite a few questions had encoded bits of things for you to read, so you sort of need to figure out whether it's an SQL injection, XML, whether it's SQL. Alright, so I'm just where table schema. What is anyone saying anything in the chat?
Yes.
I definitely need.
So CJ suggesting.
Yeah, I know. This is where, I mean, most likely, the column is passwords or something like that. But again, I really like sort of retrieving that data myself. And we, this is where, again, we should have kept notes. The table definitely was users, wasn't it?
Yeah, users. Put it in.
I'm guessing if we did this, it would stuff it up again, wouldn't it?
One way to find out.
Bastard. Hate him.
We did say please. I'm surprised that's actually not his password.
Well, I think that would be too easy to guess. Alright, I think we need to figure out. Let me have a look. What if we did, speaking of encoding, oh no, I can't, blah, can't copy paste here. Let's have a look. I think it's 22.
So the problems with one of the schemas. Read it again. No. In your where clause.
There's a problem.
Maybe because there's two wheres in the same column.
I thought I got rid of the other one.
So
hang on. So we've got.
So if we move the first one to 3, and then we put the next where in column 4. Maybe it's trying to display the where and where in one column.
No, it shouldn't matter. So we're saying we want to display the column name in one of the spots, right?
In spot 1.
In spot 2. Because we've got union select.
Yeah, is in 1.
Spot 1. 1 is going to replace whatever in spot 1. 2, and it doesn't even show on that page. 2 is going to be the column name.
Yeah, and all I'm saying is we put that first where statement in column 3 spot.
No, but well, we don't want it because we
don't.
Then saying to
we don't, but it's allowing it to display multiple things in multiple spots, which could be causing the issue. it's trying to write something twice in the same field and can't do it. If you held 2 pens in your right hand, and at the same time,
there it is. This is why I'm doubly careful with everything.
oh, you put a dot.
Yeah. Underscore schema. Database table underscore name equals users. Oh, there you go. It's not passwords. It's password. Alright, so I think now it should be easier. We can get rid of that massive whole thing. Because now we know union select 1, password 3, 4, 5. No, I'm entering dots. One password 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, from users. All right, there you go. We could have just rolled with your answer from the very beginning.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Now we got to find a
Locate and get the
flag.
first flag. All right. Now we didn't see any authentication page, anything like that. One of the things you probably would be doing pretty much as soon as you start the Nmap scan. Once you figure out there's a website, you'd probably be doing like a Go Buster to scan what other directories there may be, and you could find, a login page that way. But at a guess, we do have an SSH port open. We do have Dennis as our username, potentially. Because this is the thing, again, not even guessing, it's pretty much said it there. If we tried to do the same...
It's users, isn't it, Colin?
I'm just saying, I'm assuming there's a thing called username. We're not allowed to, because he's blocking that word. But what we can do is go back to our terminal and SSH Dennis at what was that thing?
Look at this wanker in the chat.
What have we got?
How about you fuck off, you WT fucking JB?
Alright. Yeah. Okay, yes. And what was it? Is it I8?
H, the number 8. I'm just going to copy it.
Yeah. Oh, IH. Yeah.
So I have done this, it was a while ago, but I remembered that password from it.
Okay. Alright, so we do have a connection, which I think... Oh, there you go. There's the first flag. So
how easy is that?
That is pretty interesting. There's a test.sh. Interesting.
So sh. That wouldn't be cat again, would it?
It's a bash script, right?
Yeah, so you should just be able to...
Well, hang on, so there's a... hang on.
Sudo.
Denied. Okay, and I guess if we do... I'm guessing if we try to do the same, get our flag 5 already, we're just skipping all the rest of them. Permission denied. That's fine. Alright, let's not get ahead of stuff. What are you doing? Oh, you wanna...
Of course I want to try sudo. It's the magic word.
I mean, I doubt it'd be the same password.
I don't think it
Although-
is, to be honest.
You never know.
No.
Alright, so one of the things to keep in the so-called arsenal is listing... let's list all the hidden directories and files as well. I don't know, did you click away from that, or what happened?
That was you.
Was it?
Yep.
Oh. Alright, so a couple of extra things there. We've got two potential approaches. We should have a look at what the bash history is.
Profiles.
What happens if you go...
You need to learn to use tab more.
yeah, I know. Let's just go through these one by one. Okay, so again, one of the notes we should have made, even from printing that bash script earlier, was that most likely, well, is flag 5 is located in the root directory there.
You know, let me just open up my
Yeah.
trusty notepad, right?
No. Also, he's running a lot of the SCP commands. And so he's moving a bunch of files, I think. Well, that'd be fitting, wouldn't it, if he is
Yeah, I think we go back and...
true to the... Oh, there's flag 3. I don't know.
How the fuck did we get that?
I don't know how we got flag 3 there, but alright, I'll take it.
What do we do to get that?
Well, that's the bash history file.
Yeah.
Again, well, that's for TryHackMe. We wouldn't. Well, I guess that is where you can find some useful info. Thing is, I think normally you wouldn't be able to see all the commands like that. Well, if it was configured properly.
Yeah.
So
I think we go back because we looked at the password ledger, and now there's another table called passwd. Right. So
where are you seeing this?
So this one's called password, and in the table we got one from password. We got the I hate dinosaurs. I reckon we look there and see if we can find.
No, you wouldn't have.
Just in case he's got two passwords in that for the one user. Bit like with Cisco, your username as you're going through the different levels.
I mean, the etc. password is where you would stay or store the user info in Linux. I mean, you could give it a try, but what you're trying to guess there is the column name.
Yeah, I was just maybe there's a second one.
I mean, what we should have probably done back in our original massive long command, which I'm not going to bother now. Well, can we easily pull it out here? Where's there's the column name one. Because one of the things we probably should have done, and that's even for a difficult lab, this one is relatively okay, I think. No, not group by. Again, where's my little? We wanna group underscore concatenate. We wanna shove all that to there. And I've made that same mistake. Where it's tables.schema. So we that's the thing. This is actually pulling out all the columns.
Yeah.
As ID, there's obviously the username, which we can't actually pull out now because the word is being blocked. ID most likely won't do anything for us, and password we've already got. Again, we probably should have done something similar for password, but in fact, it's very possible we could have gotten a sudo password from there, but I doubt it. But let's just jump back to the console.
Oh, no. Hang on, I'm trying to get the other ones up. Go away.
Yeah, I'll let you steer. Why did we close it? Oh no, there it is.
They just minimised.
So
So the
what
top
have we got to
top
do?
one's the
We've got to-
nmap scan.
Theoretically, okay, I'm just gonna leave. Or should we leave password? I'm guessing one of the things we're gonna have to do is privilege escalate to be able to get to this directory.
But also Dennis is moving things to
Yeah,
that
that's
IP
something
address.
Yeah, he's moving a whole bunch of things, so maybe that's another way of doing it. But one of the things for privilege escalation, I'll link this thing. No, I can't paste that in. Where can I paste it? GTFO bins dot github .io, I think. Yeah. So one of the cool things here is you can, search for, a command, and it'll easily tell you, how you can read a file, how to exploit it. If it allows you to be run as super user, you can basically privilege escalate. So it's almost, again, another little cheat sheet. And where that may be useful, if we could, I can't alt tab, can I?
No.
If we can go back to that console, what we should do is check, is he able to run anything as a privileged user? So again, sudo -l, keep that command handy all the time.
That one I didn't actually know.
Yeah, so it'll let you know there's which commands this particular user can run potentially as sudo, and we can see here that no password will be required for SCP.
Yeah.
So this is, I think, going to be our way in, because he's able to run at an escalated level the SCP command. What we need to do now is find a way, again, using that cheat sheet. If you could just alt tab back to that and enter in SCP, there'll probably be a way we could privilege escalate. So again, a couple of handy things there. We can break out of the restricted environment using this code. We can file upload, file download. In fact, maybe we could file download that flag5.txt. So that's possible. In fact, maybe that's the approach they want us to use. But this is what I'm looking for. If we use these commands, we'll be able to elevate the privileges and maybe use to access the file system, blah, 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 blah. So if we copy and literally just go back to the console, punch that in, and just press enter. So now, who am I? I'm root. There you go.
Beautiful.
So again, that website is really, really handy, I found, for doing your privilege escalation, or if you've got access to a basic user.
It was L. We wanted a CD, and that was slash.
No. Well, hang on. Sorry. I was gonna I think you could just cat /root /flag5.txt. I think it was. Is it a dot? Cat dot brute.
Oh no, I forgot the G.
That too.
That would help.
Yeah. Ah, there you go.
There we go. That one's nice and easy.
All right. So weirdly enough, I think we managed to skip 2 and 4.
Well, there's no fourth flag.
Oh, there is no 4th flag.
So complete that one.
Okay. Hang on. Is there more after this, or is that it? We just need to
Well,
get the second
we
flag.
just need the second flag, and we're done.
Oh, okay. So I have a feeling we've probably gone a bit too far now.
We want
Theoretically, the second flag logically would have been much earlier.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how to search everything in Linux. But
Oh, you just want to search. I mean, that's
let's
something we do. Well, let's jump back to the console. Let's just have a look around, especially. Oh, screen.
because that's all it said directory wise.
Well, we actually do have. You still have root, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me just print that out again. I mean, one of the things we should be doing is, what the hell?
You need the underscore H. You're doing the history.
This was only giving us hints for. Oh, what have I done?
I made it bigger.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is just purely on. Bash logout. I mean, unlikely. Cache. Yeah, we probably should have a look. I'm worried about what it's going to spit out. Oh, whoops. Actually, no, I think we did have a look at it. So that doesn't matter.
No, you didn't. We couldn't get in.
No, I think cache we could, couldn't we?
No.
Oh.
There's nothing there.
Message of the day. Okay.
Might be an image.
You would still come up with something. I mean, and you can see the size is 0.
Yeah.
Doubt that's it. So flag 1 we already got.
Let's go bash.
Actually,
Bash RC, maybe. Or,
so that was the flag 5 again. Okay. So many hints for flag 5. Vim info might actually have
some information.
stuff. So
Oh, hang on. Boot
there's
grub.
flag 4.
Yeah. Up the top. Up the top.
Or here, yeah, there and there. Okay, so cat, boot,
Grub.
dot, grub, what is it, fonts, flag 2.txt. There it is. Boom, we're done. I should have been doing this on my end as well. No, I'll run through it.
Yeah, I'll go through it with you after the recording. So.
Boom. Well, that wasn't bad. That was. I think we got. Well, gotta be very careful with those SQL entries.
Yeah, it's a really good one because once you get over that first hurdle, other than finding that flag 2, it's sort of downhill.
Yeah. Well, and this is. I think this is my issue as well. Like, I think I am a bit better once we get, some kind of an entry point. But yeah, SQL. I do need to do a lot more labs.
Oh, I think we all do, unless that's your job. Everyone's more focused on servers and then rather like applications and websites.
But yeah, I like that. That was quite good. And what did we get? We got How many points? 240 points. Nice.
How did you find out how many points we got?
There, you can see
Oh,
your
yeah.
username.
210, 240. How do we get...
I think it's based on like who does it first. So I think this guy who got 270 must have been one of the first ones to
I'll do it for the day.
do it. Yeah.
Well, come on, it's like... It's Sunday morning, like, seriously.
No, I mean, I think this is as soon as the lab goes up. I think, I don't know. I haven't actually looked at it. I've just been doing them, you know,
Yeah.
going through all the beginner and the learner paths. But yeah, that wasn't bad. That was quite a bit of fun.
A lot better than that other one we tried the other week.
Well, I mean, that one was interesting in itself. And again, as I said, I think I mentioned this, so I'll say it again. It was all about encoding and decoding. And interestingly enough, it actually helped me get through a couple of the Pentest Plus questions. Because they actually did have, you know, what are the commands for decoding base 64 string. So, yeah, definitely. That's the thing, I think, and that's the whole point of these labs, I guess. They're designed to help you prepare for some of these certifications.
100%.
So, yeah, very good. But yeah, I'm glad that cheat sheet thing, like it's worked out for me a number of times. The GTFO bins.
Yeah, I'm going to have to put that onto my must-keep bookmark list, I think. Because
it's not only, like, sometimes you would get a restricted shell, and there's, you know, as long as you got a couple of commands, like, oh, hang on, I'm in the wrong window again. But yeah, you can have a look, you know, as long as you're able to run something, there may be ways to either privilege escalate or break out of the shell, or, yeah, very good.
So, CJ,
Alright.
well, I think CJ is going to be coming on next week, but have you got any questions for Kostya that you want to ask him?
Do it.
Oh, and by the way, is it Monday that you're starting your new role?
Yeah. So, we'll be starting a new role with NCC Group. I haven't actually put it up on LinkedIn yet. Need to update that. First day is hardening the laptops, and they've got something like a 30-page document for us to harden our laptops. So.
Is it your personal laptop they need you to harden?
No, they sent over a laptop, so a work laptop. Pretty cool. You know, I was expecting, and I mean, it is a Dell laptop, but I was expecting, you know, if you started in any other role, I think you'd get a very basic, cheapo laptop, especially if it's a, you know, it's a very early pen test position, junior pen test position. But no, this thing is a bit of a beast. I love it. I can't wait to play around with it.
Yeah, Dell is one of my favourite brands to support business because they will come out next business day.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Let's have a look at that. What is it? LOLBAS is a Windows version of GTFO bins. Okay.
So where do I write that? Write it in this one, or is that just a different?
I think it's a different one altogether, right?
On the screen, it's a link.
Just punch it.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so yeah, there we go. Similar sort of thing, I'm guessing, yeah?
Yeah, just for Windows.
Download, execute. Yep, that's pretty cool. Yep.
I didn't know about two of these things. Usually I just get there and go, oh, I want to do this. If I don't know it, I start Googling.
So what is it? Lol. Hang on, let me save it on my one.
So I'm going to put these both in the...
Oh yeah, that'll be handy.
Oh. Helps so that lets me copy the right.
That's one of the things I've also got to improve on, I feel. Like I think a lot of the TryHackMe labs do use Linux, or at least the beginner ones. Whereas I do need, quite a bit of more experience with Windows, I think.
Well, that's usually my Friday night because I actually got some really good windows in that pathway.
Well, yeah. Are you going to keep it to Friday nights?
I've got to change this Friday night. It's my birthday, and I feel like drinking, not hacking.
Why not both?
So
What we should do is, for every answer you get correct, you have a drink.
yeah, that's I usually drink homebrew. So
A bit strong, is it?
no. Everything else just seems to be a bit weak. So
Okay.
and then I've got some port in the cupboard I might have on my birthday, but nah, my birthday's like one of those days I just don't want to do it.
What are you finally turning 22 or?
Nah, I'm going to be
23 now?
old 34.
All right, we're going with 34 now.
Yeah. So, but I haven't picked tonight, but I will be going back to finish my Nmap scan, which I got working yesterday. Anyone who's watched the Friday, I absolutely have no fucking idea what happened, but I brute forced that one.
How many ports are open? One.
Right. I had two.
I'm guessing, let me see if I get this. Is it 80-80?
No.
No? Damn.
Right. So, to answer it, where are we? Alright. Because I'm not prepared to do another one. This is what it actually produced. Look at that mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
Like,
That's fine.
Yeah, it's a fingerprint, and it did say.
Oh, look, so you actually can extract a bit of info from there.
Yeah.
There looks like it's a backdoor, so I'd say that port 8012
Yeah. It is
is a
84.
backdoor for this skiddy guy.
Yeah. But I'm going to go through that on one night during the week. It'll just be, you know what? I'm not doing anything tonight. I'll catch up from.
Yeah, I'll see if I
last
can
week.
join in or like at least watch along. Just Friday nights can always be a bit odd. I mean, lockdown wise, it's not doing anything, but hopefully once we're out of lockdown by Christmas. Yeah.
Well, the reason I actually picked Friday was for people like you who can't do anything. So, you could join in. CJ, you're in Brisbane. Are you locked down? I know they cancelled the football yesterday. That meant the Dragons didn't lose against South Sydney, so I was happy about that. But I think they're playing tomorrow. 3 days. Well, if you need any advice, I'd ask Kostya now. He's been doing it for what, almost 2 months? Lockdown?
I mean, I feel like it's been a year. Like, I don't know. One of the things with this whole studying, I guess, I'm actually really enjoying it. That's the thing. It'll be interesting going back to work. Whether I'll still have some of the free time for the study, but studying at home has been an absolute pleasure, I feel. And this is like, technology's improved so much. You can do so many of the stuff online. The certifications, get ready for them online. I set the Pentest Plus via Pearson's online at home.
Yeah. I found when I originally looked into doing an IT course, and it was back before I joined the army, it was basically I had to leave my job to go get the TAFE course or something in IT. You know, there was no option to study from home. The online industry courses looked all weird. They looked all weird and really, really hard. And
like I love where we've gotten to in that regard. Like even so I'm doing a couple of courses through uni as well, and even if you can't make the online webinars, online lectures, whatever, they're all recorded. Review it at your own time.
Yeah,
I've got this awesome little portable desk that I can just move around from room to room. I sat outside on a balcony the other day with a bit of sun.
Yeah.
While just watching a lecture. Great.
Yeah. So I know that was only because of COVID they started recording.
Well, I mean,
Before
I hope
co-
it keeps up because it just
Yeah.
gives you more options.
Yeah. Well, before COVID, it was you had to attend a lecture, or
Yeah, yeah,
or too bad.
yeah,
Which for someone who's working their way through uni, doesn't leave much options.
yeah,
And there's lots of people doing that.
yeah. And there's lots of people working full time. And that's the thing. Like, I think some universities have still got to work on that a bit. But like a lot of people doing postgrad courses are working. So for them, the online environment is great. Like, and that's what I'm hoping to sort of keep utilizing.
Yeah.
Although who knows, it'll probably be I'll probably need to leave a couple of months to settle in the new job. I honestly don't know what to expect. Really.
Yeah, it'll take you a while. I'm sure if you if you need any help or whatever, reach out. I know CJ does a fair bit. I can introduce you to him offline as well. He seems to be quite knowledgeable. He's working through the offensive security course right now. That's right, isn't it, CJ?
The OSCP one.
Yep. Well, you just got it. So.
Oh, nice.
And he's teaching the PWK. There we go.
I need to have a look. Because yeah, I'm thinking I need to start working on the OSCP.
Well, majority of that looks like we covered it in TAFE. At least the basics, right? It'll probably go into more depth.
For OSCP, I mean, isn't it just, hack 20 boxes or whatever? So you kind of, you need a lot of experience in that regard.
Yeah. I'll do.
I am thinking of the right one, OSCP. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one where you have to...
Yeah, this one here. I'll bring up the syllabus.
Oh yeah, there, you've got it.
The exam's 5 machines.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So, but you just read through this, you go, yeah, cool, blah, blah, blah. Lab warning controls, revert, client machines, Kali Linux, alright. We've done a fair bit of that. Goes more into Kali Linux, SSH service, depending on how in depth is how much we know about those 2 points, and then there's an exercise. Well, we know about those 2 points. Like, you can't really use Linux without knowing those two.
Yeah.
And then around number 3, it starts getting to that where we should know most of it. Redirecting a file. Here I know I need a little bit more. I just don't use them enough. I've used grept in the past, but
It's pretty handy. In fact, like, I'm thinking that was one of the ways we could have easily searched for those flags.
Yeah.
If we did a search for all and then grep into flag.
Yeah, so CJ is saying in the chat there's 65 plus machines.
And where's that? Is that through
Offensive
security or through
with
me?
Nah, offensive security.
Okay. I mean, that's the thing. It's not cheap either.
No. The one thing I have heard there's a downside to, and correct me if I'm wrong, CJ, is that you can be attacking the machine while other students are, and people have reset a machine when someone's halfway through it.
Really?
Yeah, because they might finish attacking it and then reset it for the next person, not noticing someone else is still on that machine.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
How odd.
Yeah, CJ says it happens, but it's no big deal.
Yeah.
So, I think that one in particular, when you get up to it, make sure that you write all your notes and stuff in your notepad before you run, as you move around.
Let's say, like, big picture wise, I'm thinking I'll try within maybe the next 12 months, try to sit the OSCP. Shorter term, I probably will just go back and do the security plus thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is kind of weird that I jumped over it, but may as well. Like I feel I know like 70 to 80% of the stuff anyway.
My personal opinion, if you skip qualifications because you know, I think that shows more than if you get every step on the way to a path.
I mean, maybe. I mean, the pen test plus one is an odd one because it's not like it doesn't require you to do an exploit, right? But I think you do need to know all your exploits at the same time. Like you need to be able to read like what the exploits are, what they're doing. You need to know all your tools. Whereas the OSCP is the next step up from that. Like the Pentest Plus is still a fair bit of theory as well as, you know, the practical applications of, you know, how to write the reports as well, you know, preparing, you know, stuff for the clients, what you should and shouldn't do.
I'm finding some of the technology, like for example, you look into the Hack 5, the Pineapple that they have for the Wi-Fi hacking.
Yeah.
That writes up the reports for you.
Oh, really?
Now. Right? So if you're doing these tests, right, it just, at the end, it gives you a report. That means I can sit there with a beer in my hand doing what I do best.
But yeah, I'm thinking I gotta try for the OSCP. But at the same time, I don't know, I feel like it'd be a lot of preparation.
Yeah. One of the things I actually like with this, there's a whole big part on information gathering on this course.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's something that a lot of courses don't cover enough of.
Yeah, I'm just looking through. Again, I think this is probably going into much more in-depth. The pen test one touched on all of these. So again, you sort of identify the tool, know what info will get out for you, but you don't need to actually use the tool in a way to get through the exam. But you need to know what the tool does and how the output looks, and you know what it's retrieving. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can gather even before you make any kind of contact.
100%. Well, I think I better go back to being a part of the family on the weekend, being a Sunday.
Yep, same. All right, thank you for that, and thank you for having me on.
Yeah.
I enjoyed myself.
That's all right. So thanks for coming along for people in the chat. So I'm not sure who's still there, but there's 5 or so people still hanging on, watching. So happy days.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
See you guys. Bye.